All right. It's kind of crazy. Um Yesterday evening, one of my staff. For those of you who do not know, here in Thailand, if I have to stay, I need to have a company, and you are supposed to have 4 Thai staff who work for you. So I have 4 Thai staff who work for me, who do the basic work. They get paid a small amount. Uh, Yesterday, one of my staff who was at my landlady's restaurant, which is nearby, they were all talking. Everything was hunky dory, funny. They are friends. She suddenly fell down. She fell down and she was not responsive, and they took her to the hospital. After taking her to the hospital, they found out that she has a blood clot in the brain, and she was, in a coma. And later on, the diagnosis from the doctor, he said, that is today, that she's not going to make it. 95% it's done. And it was a terrible image. Out of respect for, I'm not going to share her photograph in the hospital bed. You have tubes coming out from her mouth, her nose, and her husband, who is working abroad, will be flying down, and most probably they'll see what goes. And I think in the end, most probably they will have to decide when to pull the plug, because right now she's on life support, ICU. The minute I found this, I heard about this, it just struck me. I mean, you're talking about you just spoke to a person a few minutes ago, and they were perfectly happy, and they were talking, they were normal. Like, imagine you meet a person and they are normal, everything is fine, and next thing you know, they collapsed, and now you find out they're going to die. I shared this with my groups. Some did ask me, did she take a vaccine and all that? There's nothing got to do with the vaccine. And I would say, if I had to assume, it's more related to her lifestyle. She was an alcoholic, and she was a heavy smoker. All right. So when you have a lifestyle like that, I'm just assuming. I'm not saying that I'm an expert. Now, about the vaccine, it's, we can just assume. There are a lot of people who took the vaccine, nothing happened to them. Then there are people who have taken the vaccine. Anyway, that is for another topic, another debate. The main point why I'm sharing this with you is just to tell you, how fleeting life is here. It's, I was just discussing with my wife that in the 6 years that we have been here, we have witnessed so many people die. The lady who helped my wife with her delivery, her husband died when the machine, there's a disc which he used to cut concrete and all that. He just slipped and cut his neck. He died on the road, bleeding. He died in front of her eyes. There's another lady who used to come to our area and clean. Just always give her tips and all that. She had a really oversized son, really big boy. I mean, he was small in age, but he was massive. He went to the village for his studies, and the Thai roads are like traffic comes this side, traffic goes this side. So he had he had just put the indicator and he was waiting to go this way. From behind a truck, pickup truck, I don't know how they didn't see him, smashed into him, he died. And then I've shown this video before. My landlady's husband, I mean, he was hardly 60 and he died. He had a weak heart, because he was alcoholic and smoking hardcore. He used to cough blood and all that. Now here's a funny thing. I'm not saying it's funnier. What I'm saying is his father, whom I've shown in the videos, is 94 years old. His father also smokes and drinks every night before sleeping. He's perfectly okay. But his son, who smokes and drinks, that way, I think my my cousin, who I send this message, I send the message to my groups and to my cousin and close friends, clients. I think my cousin said it so beautifully. We get so caught up in our lives, so caught up. We forget that life is a temporary phase. In fact, I had planned for my wife and baby to go for a restaurant. There's a brand, you can Google search here in Thailand, MK Restaurants. And right now they have a special that is some Chinese pork and Chinese duck, some special off the menu kind of thing they're giving special. Now we had gone and I'd put this photograph in my Instagram where we ate the pork. My wife said she wants to try the duck. So I had planned we will do it maybe after 1 week, 2 weeks. But then after this incident took place, I thought to myself, what if there is no 1 to 2 weeks? And I told my wife, we'll go today. She was surprised. And why? I told her about this incident. And initially she thought, we'll just go at like 11. Even though I'm supposed to be fasting, intermittent fasting. I said, hell with the fasting. We'll just go. We'll have this moment. And then she asked, should we take baby also? Because baby doesn't like that restaurant. She likes, French fries from Burger King. So I just told my wife, we have these moments where we can spend together. Let's spend it together. I'm 45, 46. You're in your 30s. I don't know when I'll die. Neither do you know. We have time to spend time as a family. Let's do it. We'll worry about later. Whatever. Look, I don't mean to make this a depressing video, but I just wanted to share with you the fact that if you have to do something, like one of my clients, he wanted to spend time with his mom and he had planned he's going to do it after a couple of months. I told him, I shared this incident. I told him, if you can prepone it, do it. In fact, some of my other clients, I said, you wanted to talk to your mom and dad about something and tell them how you feel. Do it today. Don't wait for one day. And most other people who are in my groups, I told them, listen, you got to do something. Think today is your last, you just do it. I'm not talking about enjoying life and all that. spending meaningful time with those you love. Obviously, I'm not expecting you to do this every day. Neither do I expect you to suddenly take an off from work, and I'm not saying you have to do it. You can do that if you wish. I don't know, man. For me, this was pretty surreal because I just saw her. I just communicated with her. And after I left, next thing I know, she's hospitalized. What? Life is crazy, man. Anyway, I don't know what takeaway you can get from this, but I sincerely and genuinely hope that you do what is necessary. In fact, one guy, he is a politician from the BJP. Him and I disagree on a lot of points. I sent him the mail. He's well connected. I sent him a message. I said, you and I disagree on a lot of points, but I want you to know that, I shared this incident, and I told him, you do a lot of good for a lot of Indians who are stuck abroad and whose bodies they can't retrieve. Even though you're pro-BJP, you keep that politics aside and you help a lot of Indians, whether Hindu, Muslim, whichever caste, whichever political party. And I respect you for it. And I told him, I'm glad our paths crossed. He said, same here. And that's it. So if I can give you anything worthwhile, it would be, just remember, life is too short, man. And we get, like my cousin sister said, we get so caught up in our lives, we fail to realize that life is temporary. So today, after I finish my videos, I'll be taking my family out for food and share a nice memory together. Alright? Yes, take care. Nice, I know.